Hello? Hold on, I can't hear you. One sec. I don't think I can hear you. I think you're muted.
How about now?
Yeah, now we're good. Now we're good.
All right, fantastic. There we go. So what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. You?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm here for you, and let's see if somebody else can learn from it. So why don't you introduce yourself to everybody, and let's get into it, man. Ask
My
me a
name's
question.
my name's Tony. Uh, Trying to get into the real estate business. Well, not trying, but in it, and willing to learn as much as possible.
Fantastic. What else do they got to know about you, Tony?
From Manhattan, Queens, pretty close to Manhattan in New York. Um, I love sports, obviously. I love real estate. I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm just want to start my career.
Okay, fantastic. Let's get into it. And just for a couple of ladies that I have on TikTok and Instagram, are you single? 'Cause I know that question will come up.
Uh, Kinda.
Okay, kind of, sort of. They'd be more attractive to you if you weren't. So let's just get So, anything else they got to know about you? And let's just start looking at deals, man. And I am going to tell you as we start to look at deals, let's talk about towns, but don't give addresses, just because I've had problems before where people will try to take your deal.
Mhm.
So what else do they have to know about you, Tony?
That's pretty much it. I mean, there's not much to me, to be honest. Just a normal dude.
Okay, everybody normal till you get to know them.
That is true.
So, so what are we talking about tonight? What are you working on, man?
We got the house in Little Lake Township right now, waiting for the contract. Well, the contract signed. I'm just waiting for it to get sent over to me, and then
You there?
yeah. Sorry, I got a call. I had to decline it.
Okay, so what is that? The Little Lake Harbor,
Yeah, Little Lake Harbor Township, 20 minutes north of Atlantic City in Jersey.
or what's the situation with that one?
We got it under wholesale. It went into attorney review for a while because the seller wanted to go through his attorney. They wanted to revise the contract, make their own contract, but we decided on just getting a rider done to fill their needs.
Okay.
There was a bit of an issue with the time frame. Originally, it was 60 days, but they wanted 45, so we accommodated for that. And aside from that, we just got a whole new contract set up with the rider and stuff, our contract, and just waiting for it to get emailed over.
So can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, go ahead.
So you got this house under contract. Where'd you find the lead?
On the dialer, I
Um,
was cold calling. I think it was pre foreclosures, and
okay.
it was a pretty unfortunate situation. Pretty motivated too. So
Yeah, a lot of them are pretty unfortunate situations. I mean, you will see some fucking horrific shit in this business. I cannot believe half the stuff that I've seen, and brace for impact, man. It can be emotionally draining. I've been to more than a few funerals. I've lost some buyers halfway through. It's rough, dude.
yeah,
So tell me more about this deal, right? You're you're in you're in the C4 program, correct?
yes, sir.
So you're sitting there on the dialer, you're calling pre foreclosures, you get this person on the phone, and how's it go? Take me through it.
From what this was about a month ago, actually, month and a half ago. From what I remember, I just asked the owner if she would be interested in an offer on her property because I saw her on the pre foreclosure list. She said, "Yeah, we're not actively looking to sell it, but if you could give us what we want, then we'd be willing." She gave me all the insight on why she's looking to get rid of it. What happened was,
Maybe can I stop you for a second?
yeah, go ahead.
All right, fuck offers. I want to buy your house.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make you a fucking offer. I'm either buying it or I'm not.
yeah.
It just works out better. It's a lot more confident. I would like to buy your house, so keep going.
So she ended up giving the insight on what the situation with the house was. So her two sons were building the house. They're contractors. They have a contracting company. And when COVID came back in 2020, one of the sons unfortunately passed away.
How old?
I have no idea. Judging from her age, I would say 30 to 40. No more.
Get get personal.
Yeah,
Like you can't you can't teach caring, but ask the age, ask what happened, get involved. It's going to hurt you. It's going to be emotionally draining. It's going to suck. And for some reason, she's going to like you better than everybody else
yeah,
because you were genuinely interested in her and you were doing poor. So definitely get involved. All this shit where everybody says it's all based on the numbers is it's all bullshit. This is a
yeah,
people business, right? And they have to like you to let you buy their house. So don't be afraid to get a little personal. It's fuck the house. Are you okay?
yeah.
And I can't tell you how many times that's gotten me the house.
I mean, it works from what I've seen with you and just generally, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm an asshole and people still talk to me.
I wouldn't say that, but
Well, there's a lot
uh,
of people that would, but I'll let you formulate your own opinion.
so far so good.
All right, so tell me more. What do you talk to her about over the phone?
So
Take
yeah,
me through it.
we spoke about the unfortunate situation that happened with her son. She ended up talking about how her other son just didn't want to deal with it anymore. She didn't want to deal with it because of the emotional stress that it puts on her every time she was going there. Um, so I ended up telling her, "Look, I'm here to help you. I'm here to get you away from this. It's a terrible situation that you're in. We want to just help you out." So I ended up setting up the appointment. We went to the appointment, spoke more about it. She seemed emotionally distressed. Um, when it was really sad because we ended up speaking about it, and she basically started crying. Just a bad
Tears are good.
situation. Yeah,
Yeah.
just a bad situation all in all. So we wrote up the contract. After I think the appointment was, I would say, an hour and a half. It's a full gut property, so she they still have a lot of work left to do, and they haven't been doing anything on it for 2 years due to the circumstance.
Mhm.
If I remember, it was really hot in there too because there's no AC given. It's just beams and stuff, so we were all
Yeah.
sweating in there.
Is there still plumbing in the house?
No, there's nothing in there, like no electric, nothing.
Okay, because that's going to be a real problem when it starts getting cold. So it's a gutted shell of a house. She lost her son. I mean, I just had a son. It's got to be fucking devastating. Like, I couldn't even imagine what that possibly feels like. I mean, it sounds like the kind of situation where it's like, wow, you know what? Look, honestly, I don't even give a fuck about the house. I'm here to help you out.
Yeah,
I don't even want to buy the house. If I have to, I will, but I can't help the house. I'm here to help you. I understand there's a pretty painful emotional attachment here, and I'm here to alleviate you of that burden. But I don't want you to make any decisions in a heightened emotional state. There's no pressure to sell it to me. Are you
yeah,
okay? I'm gonna bring you a cup of coffee. Let's talk. Let's talk. And it seems like bullshit. Sometimes you're there for 2 3 hours, but once you start to get some of these deals closed, right? It doesn't matter if it's a $20,000 deal, $100,000 deal. If you really start actually tracking your engaged time, you're lucky if you have like 12 to 24 hours into one of these deals.
yeah,
Now, I'm talking about actual engaged time. I'm not talking about you staying up late at night, pacing back and forth, going, "Oh my God, is it going to close? Is it going to close? Is it going to close? Is it going to close?" Just actual, okay, we got this, title's clear, sign, it's, creating rapport, talking to people. So what does she owe in this place? Do we know?
I don't think it was never disclosed. Actually, I
Okay,
could. I think.
we
Let me. Do I have the lead? I have the lead sheet here, but I don't. Yeah, she never disclosed it, and From what me and AJ were, we were just gonna get the information after we got the contract up.
Okay, I don't like that. Um, I mean, I want them to be comfortable telling me if they wear fucking women's underwear. You know, like
Yeah,
I need to know information, and my three predominant questions all the time are going to be: what do you owe on the house? What are you asking for the house? And what is it worth? And sometimes you may need half an hour, days worth of rapport building to do that, right? You need to feel really comfortable, but what are you afraid of asking her? She just didn't want to tell you.
she didn't want to tell us.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you what you owe on a property, all right? And you're gonna not tell me. So what do you owe on the house, Tony?
I don't feel comfortable disclosing that.
Wow. Okay. And personally, I'm shocked because it's actually public information, Tony. And I could go down to the courthouse or I could jump online and I could look it up. But you see, I've been doing this for almost 20 years, well over 1,000 transactions. Not one fucking time have I ever had to do that because it's one of my principles that I don't work with people who don't want to work with me. So if you're not comfortable giving me public information, and I came here to help you, and in order to buy your house, I have to pay your debt off, and you're going to make my job harder, I don't know if I feel too good about this relationship. So, again, Tony, pretty please, with sugar on top, how much do you own a fucking house?
About 150,000.
Okay, and it is public information, and honest to God, I've never once looked it up. Not once. And maybe she knows, maybe she doesn't, but you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna have to ask her for her social security number. You're gonna have to check her driver's license. You're gonna have to capture signatures. So you're gonna have to get comfortable getting uncomfortable and get really good with some of these objection handlers. And it's yeah, I mean it's difficult at first, but it really it cuts to the chase. It's like, hey, listen, I think you're a girl and I'm a guy. Okay, I want you to reject me or tell me you want to be my friend. Okay, hey Tony, you're really cute. You want to grab a drink sometime?
Nah, I think I'm okay. I'm
You
busy.
want to be my? You're busy. Tell me you want to be my friend.
I want to be your friend though.
No more friends. I'm sorry. You're beautiful, but I am at capacity. I'm talking to you because I'd like to fuck. So before we stop talking, you got some cute friends. Could you maybe introduce me? There's
I
nothing
could do
wrong
that.
with it. Correct.
Yeah.
It works. People think you're an asshole for doing it, and they start to admire your directness. You're there to
Confidence.
even well, why do I want to pretend I'm not there to do what I want to do? You know, it gets easier with time, but just like everything else, it's a repetition, and repetition is the mother of all learning. It's what builds confidence. So when you do it over and over and over, like a fucking mental patient, eventually you're going to get it. So in the future, with some of these other people, could you ask, what are you asking for the house? What do you what do you think the house is worth? You break them down a little bit. What are you basing that on?
Yeah.
Oh, my neighbor's house. Okay, and what do you owe on the house? And then just take them through that. Look, it's public record. But if you're not comfortable with me, I don't want to do the research on somebody who's getting nervous already on something that I could just Google. You almost made me use this finger for the first time ever and touch this keyboard. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I only want to work. It's one of my principles. I only work with people who want to work with me. I'm not forcing you to do anything, but you know, if you're not going to be forthcoming with the information, I can't do business with you, and that's a shame because I'm the best there is.
Yeah.
All
I
right. So
like
it's
the I
been.
like the mug.
Oh, thank you. You got a bike?
No, no, I just like the
No.
Harley logo.
Yeah. I believe it or not, I got the 1997 Terminator 2 Fat Boy
Oh, that's sick.
as a gift for somebody I bailed out of foreclosure.
Wow, look at
No
that.
bullshit. Biker dude going to jail, bailed him out, put 40 G's in his wife's pocket to take care of herself and her kid while he went to go do a bid. And talking to this big fucking burly tatted up biker dude, and I'm like, yeah, that's a really cool bike, bro. This guy just fucking tears up. He's like, "You really like it, man? You really?" I have no words. You can't ride in jail, bro. It's yours.
Wow,
I had it
look at
in
that.
storage for 5 years. I forgot I had it. I got divorced. I went and took lessons. It's pretty cool. You get a license, let me know. You buy a house, you get it closed, I'll let you take it out.
I'm pretty scared to drive bikes, to be honest. Ride bikes.
You know, how are you under pressure?
I'm okay. I like to think I'm okay.
Can you surf? Can you fight?
We could when push comes to shove, I could fight. Let's put it at that.
It's I like to view it like it's a form of forced meditation
Yeah,
where it's intense, the stakes are really high, and your mind has to be on it and in the game. And if you're thinking of anything else, you could die.
yeah,
So there's never a time that you're more focused. Now, I'm not saying it's a good idea. Matter of fact, it's a terrible idea. But as far as terrible ideas, I think a motorcycle is a pretty good one.
I mean, I like the what are those called? The like the Yamahas.
Why is that?
I like the style of them. I'm not a big Harley guy, but
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like it's life is crazy. Like I
yeah,
remember in college thinking about this exact bike in this exact color. Kind of obsessed with it. That picture of it in my. It's almost like I willed it into existence. It just appeared.
it's crazy actually.
That's how I got my watch too. I don't buy shit for myself. They're all gifts for performance. I like stories behind things better than material possessions. Anybody can buy shit,
Yeah,
but you do something really good for somebody and they give you something and now it's got sentimental value and meaning as well. And
yeah.
I just, I don't know. I like a good story better than anything else.
Memories
So,
are the best thing.
yeah. So tell me more about this transaction. I mean, your son died. You're there. What do you got under contract at?
I'm sorry.
What's the contract at?
375. No, 350. 350.
And what do we think it's
370.
worth?
As of right now, with the way it is, I would say it's about 350, 340, 330 to 350 range probably.
Okay. So there's not a lot of equity in this particular deal, right?
No. It's when it gets fixed up.
Okay, and for the love of God, you're using the contract, right?
Yeah, yeah, of course. We refuse to use any other contract than the one that we have.
Yeah, don't be afraid to even overpay. You could have offered her $1 million with my contract and something to get you out of it.
Oh, they
Okay.
wanted 350. We gave them 350.
Okay. So what do you think you can? What do you think you can wholesale it for?
We're gonna start at 375. I think we can get it because I think looking at the repairs, it's about $100,000 left in repairs. ARV is looking low sixes, high fives. Given because it's on the water, well, the area is on the water, and majority of the properties there have water in the backyard, and they all have backyards. This one has a small backyard, but it's not actually doesn't have access to the water. And the most recent comps, from what I've seen, they're going for about 675 to 650. So
Okay.
give or take out about 50, take a good chunk off because there's no access to the water and the backyards aren't as big.
Yeah, if you
So
have, they call it like mooring rights or whatever, where you have like a dock and you park a boat there,
yeah,
prices through the fucking roof.
yeah. So I figured 50,000 taking off, low sixes, high fives, ARV.
Got any offers?
I haven't. I'm waiting till the contract signed, but I have like 2 or 3 people that are interested in the area that are going to take a look at it once the contract is in my hand and I'm marketing it. So
Yeah, I wouldn't do too much marketing until you got the contract signed because it's a
yeah,
good way to make any money and it's a good way to get convicted of practicing real estate without a license.
exactly. Yeah, I never gave out an address. I just said, hey, I'm going to have something under contract in the next couple of days. It's in this area. You interested? Yeah, send it over once it's under contract. So
And you know what happens if you got somebody who wants to buy it at 360 or 350?
what do you mean?
Like when you actually get a contract to sell it, right? And you
Yeah.
get an offer. Let's say you get the full 375,
Mm-hmm.
right? You know what your next move is after that?
Signing the contract.
What's this lady's first name?
Wendy.
Wendy. Wendy, listen, I got this thing sold. I'm ready to close. Your debt will be paid off. You will be absolved of this burden. It'll be like a light shine down from the heavens. The only problem is I've done a lot of work and I really don't feel like I'm making anything. Do you think maybe possibly you could maybe just come down ever so much, just a little bit, please,
Mm.
just so I can get paid too? I'll do it for the goodness, but just a little bit. You know what
Yeah.
happens in those situations?
What?
They usually go, okay, 345, and then you go,
This.
then you go, and you just shut up and you let the dead silence sit there. It's painful. You have her solution, and then you go 340, and you will have invested 5 minutes of time. If she says yes, that was a $10,000 fucking question.
Yep.
You didn't have to go work for 2 months doing fucking backbreaking labor. You just asked the right question. So keep that in mind too, because from what I heard from AJ, it sounds like once you get this back, you may have some offers too.
Yeah. Yeah. AJ was talking about how he has buyer. He has a lot of people interested in the area. The area. It's when it was actually my first time there, and I was driving around, waiting around. I got there early. I was like, the appointment was 6 o'clock. I got there at like 5:30, so I had like 30 minutes to spare. So I was just driving around the area, scoping it out, and I saw couple of properties. They looked fairly new, like new construction. So I went on Zillow, hopped on, and I was seeing like one of them was listed for like 675. And if there's a ton of new construction over there, the area is just booming. So it seems like people like the area, and
Yeah, they're building a bunch of shit up down there. I've been fishing down there. I know I actually looked at this one of those aerial view maps, and like now I understand why they call it Little Leg Harbor. It's like everybody's got a boat in their backyard.
yeah,
It's like there's streets and there's like streets of water. It looks like fucking Venice on a map.
yeah,
It's like a pretty nice area. And who the fuck knows? I got a couple friends in Atlantic City that got condos down there. They're professional poker players. Let me know when you get the contract. I can throw it at them too. I know they got cash.
we'll do,
Shit,
we'll do.
I can't believe they're still playing. It's been like 20 years.
It's crazy. Poker's fun. I like poker. It's the only time I'll gamble.
Yeah, I only gamble with my life, but nah, I like strip poker. That's the game everybody wins.
Yeah, strip poker's good too.
I'm I'm not that great at poker, but I don't mind stacking the deck if you're playing strip poker with a couple of pretty girls. Blackjack's not that hard. Roulette, yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, I was
You should make,
also on. Go ahead.
you should make a day of it the next time you go down there. You know, do an open house or something. You stay in Atlantic City for the weekend, come back, or maybe you crash at the house if it's livable. I used to have a couple places down in Brigantine before I sold them. My fucking lawyers would call me and be like, "Yo, can we use the house for a weekend?" They're gonna have fucking sleeping bags, gamble, sleep on the floor, and do it again.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Beachfront, no furniture,
Get an air
free.
mattress out.
Mm-hmm. Nah, they're lawyers. They're too fucking cheap for that.
Yeah,
I mean,
we don't
maybe,
we
maybe
don't like lawyers.
honestly, I don't think anybody does. You know what you call 50,000 lawyers at the bottom of the ocean?
What?
A good start. You know the difference between a lawyer and a catfish? One is a scum sucking, bottom dwelling scavenger. And the other one's a fish.
That's fucking hilarious.
I'm going to stop now before I get carried away.
Yeah. Yeah. So when it regards to this one, I was actually on prop stream just getting a cash buyer list in the area ready to market to them too. Give them a call, let them
Mm.
know, hey, I saw you bought in this area in cash. I have something if you'd be interested in, and yeah, hopefully that helps too. Well, it will, but
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a hard place to sell once you get everything signed up. What
yeah.
else do I got to know about this deal? Where else are you stumbling, man?
What was that?
What else do I have to know about this deal? Where else are you stumbling?
Uh, I mean, the only thing was really the attorney review. It dragged on for like it's like 2.5 weeks now. Just
Yeah, I
there's
mean,
not much you can do, right?
you know, if I'm buying a house, right, usually what I try to live by is get the deed or get the door. So you're signing a contract, you're signing all my fucking documents, you are signing a fucking deed right there on the spot, and I am walking out owning it. And if you want your attorney to review it, here, you can have him review it. You can also tell him to buy the fucking house because he's not going to pay for it. And
Yeah,
he's actually the one who's keeping you in this agonizingly excruciating, stick the fucking knife in and twist, painful situation. I would have been done by now.
yeah.
But you, I just lost my buyer because you were in attorney review. Just go ahead, open up, tell anybody when they're going through this, I hate lawyers. And what you need to learn to do is drive a fucking rift between the seller and anybody else in the transaction except you. Your lawyer is the one who is hurting you. Your
Yeah.
realtor is the one who is hurting you because they are. You're going to stand to make 25,000, 15, 10, whatever, and the lawyer's going to make his measly little fucking 750, 2 grand, whatever. You know, if your lawyer's giving you a really hard time, I'd be happy to recommend another one that actually
Oh,
knows
we
what they're doing.
we tried that. I want my lawyer. I want my lawyer.
How's your lawyer working out? Right? And you could usually get them when it takes a long time. You could usually get them to fire their lawyer, but I'm doing most of them NFL style.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
fucking lawyer.
and it was funny. The attorney review concluded. The only thing that was fucking changed was the time frame. Literally the time frame.
You got to find some way to justify your fee.
Yeah. 45 days from 60 days. Thank you so much. As if we could have just wrote up a new contract and wrote that in.
Yeah, I mean, and 45 days is going to be lightning fast. So you're going to be looking for a cash buyer. As soon as you get that back, we're going to have to order title. And I mean, obviously, I'm thinking you probably didn't get an authorization to release, did you?
Nope.
Okay.
Well,
So,
we're gonna work on clouding title too once the contract's sent as well.
yeah, I mean, that's a piece of cake. In a perfect world, I'd want you to get wet signatures, like black ink on white paper, because
Yeah.
then that contract is in reportable format. We can mail that in. It's good for the life of the contract and beyond. You only have 45 days. We could record a notice of settlement. The only one that's going to sign that would be you as the buyer. As long as you're under contract, that's perfectly fine. It
Yeah.
costs you like $20. It's good for 45 days. Afterwards, you'd have to record another, but in this situation, you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. It's sometimes you have to let these lawyers hurt their clients. It happens every fucking day.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like realtors. They have one strategy. Oh, sure, I'll give you $1 million. Just sign here. Drop the price, drop the price, drop the price, drop the price. And when we get done with that, drop the price again. And you really just have to let them know that. Did you realize that your realtor has been holding you hostage for 6 months? And now you want to do that again? Literally, if you sold the house, they still got paid.
Yeah. It's just
This this is literally built for professionals to take advantage of people. It's
yep.
disgusting.
It's pretty much what I've learned from the lawyer attorney review situation.
And then the lawyer's going to want to use their title company because they're getting a kickback. They'll tell you they're not, but I'll tell you 100% certainty they are, or they're paying their phone bill or whatever. And yeah, you're going to learn. So, what
Yeah.
else do I got to know about this deal?
That's pretty much it. Yeah, we went through everything essentially. The only other thing is that we've been dealing with the son more than the son more than the mother who actually owns the house because she's elderly. She has a lot of other stuff going on, so constant
How
back
old
and
is
forth.
how old is she and what's her name? How old is he and what's his name? First names only.
Josh and Wendy, I do not know their age though. If I were to estimate, Wendy's about in her 60s, 70s max. Josh is in his 40s max.
Okay, and get to know every fucking thing about them, right?
Yeah,
Get a copy of their driver's license. When you're with them, you take a picture. Deal falls apart. You still have their driver's license. Hey, here's a fucking birthday card. Mail it to them. Hey, happy birthday. By the way, you sell it. Watch what happens. It's like the
yeah,
ultimate follow. Okay, get as personal as you can
yeah.
because nobody else will.
That's for the rapport.
Anything else on this deal? Or you got something else you're working on?
Uh, the only thing else is the appointment that we went on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he didn't want to do. I told him he wanted to send a revised contract from his lawyer. His lawyers. I emailed you over the contract, correct?
You mailed it over. I didn't look at it yet, and I'm dyslexic anyway. I'm going to need somebody to read it to me on Friday. But
Um,
chances are,
I
if you revised it, chances are I'm not doing it. Not with a margin
yeah.
mask.
So I had spoken to AJ. He said we're using our contract. If they want, I told them we could use our contract. If you want to make changes, send a rider over. We'll go with that. And then he said no, thank you. I
Oh,
told
okay.
him
Stay in contact with that guy,
I was gonna
right?
follow up next week.
Stay in contact with him from a point of caring and concern.
Yeah,
Okay. And I would follow up with him next week, and then I would make a note in my planner to reach out to him one, two, or three ways every month, right? You
yeah,
can text him. He's an older guy. You could call him. You could mail him a letter. It's just, hey, how's it going? This is Tony. Yeah,
yeah,
I just want to know how you're doing, man. You sell a place yet? No? And it's almost just like it's wearing them down. And I mean, the fortune is really going to start being in the follow up. The interest rates are up. And I think we're talking to a bunch of guys at our cigar thing last night. A lot of people seem to agree with me. We're probably about here on the roller coaster where the first car is just starting to crest the hill.
yeah,
So get ready, right? And really perfect those people skills. Get ready to follow up because I'm sitting here going, fucking 2008, 2008, 2008. Please, Joe Biden, can you just wreck the fucking economy or get? I'll vote for you twice next time. I don't even like you.
yeah. I mean,
I just
rates hit what 6% today for the first time since what was it 08?
I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that shit because I don't borrow money like that. But I've learned to practice selective ignorance. So if something important happens in the world, somebody will tell me. You just did, so you know better than me.
Well, I found out on Instagram actually. I saw it on somebody posted it on this mortgage broker that I follow, and one of my friends actually posted it. So that's how I saw it.
Yeah, I thought we've been at 6% for a while now. I thought it's been going on.
I think I have no idea. That from what I remember when I used to check it when I was doing mortgage lending for a little while, it was like I think the highest in the spring I remember was like 5.75 or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Wow, you were a mortgage lender
Yeah, for a little while I was a broker. Yeah,
for
broker. I'm
who?
sorry, a banker. A banker.
For who?
Network Capital.
Okay.
It was short
Like,
lived though. It wasn't my cup of tea.
what didn't you like about it?
Uh, I, I mean, just wasn't my thing. Like the problem is that it was mainly refis. So you're trying to obviously there's benefits to people refinancing, right? People need the cash. If they did need the cash, it was good. But you were pushed to try to get them to refinance when they actually did not need to, and that's not my thing, right? I am very honest,
I
and
get it. Yeah.
I have a conscience, so
Yeah, and then they take the money, they spend it, they got a bigger payment. Before you know it, they're losing the house and you're buying it.
yeah. Not only that, they have a higher rate, especially with the way it is now.
And I mean, honestly, the number one way that a mortgage company can go out of business is writing a bunch of bad loans that people default on,
Yep.
which is that mortgage company still in business? Because if they're doing a lot of that, it ain't going to last too long.
Yeah.
Especially now. Trust me, I know. I used to own a mortgage company.
Yeah. I mean, it's just sales, right? That's just even with cars. I used to do car sales too. It's the
You
same concept.
ever, you ever turn anybody down for a loan when you were a mortgage broker, banker?
Like decline them.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it happened tons of times. I did the application credit was like 480. Yeah, this ain't gonna work.
So what did you do with those people?
I kept them. I offered them a repair program. I said, look, if you meet the requirements for FHA in 6 months or something, then we could do something. But as of right now, the only thing I can do for you is try to help you fix your credit.
Yeah, I got a pretty great credit restoration kid. This guy Orlando, he was at a networking event again last night, and I think if you gave him those leads, he'd probably rifle through every one of them and even take care of you if he made a couple sales. But
Yeah,
I always found that was like a really great way to write loans for people. Like I would go and do an open house, and then we sell the house. I have a whole bunch of buyers, so it's like now I'm shopping for houses for them. But I take everybody that was rejected, right, and I go, all
yeah,
right, we invite you all in Sunday morning, 11 a.m. for bagels, and we're going to help you restore your credit. I've done it so many times myself. Guys, here's my credit at 500. 8 months later, here's my credit at 750. Product is 499. As long as you do everything, there's guaranteed results, money back guarantee. And if you don't do it, you're fucking stupid. Leave now.
yeah,
Right. And we found out that with all the challenge cycle letters too, because most people don't put the work in, we could literally have all their letters mailed to the mortgage company, and I would just have the secretary open their mail for them, get written permission with the power of attorney, send it to TransUnion Equifax and Experience, send it back to the repair company. I mean, these were like the best clients ever. I mean, people
yeah,
come in 6 months later with tears in their eyes. Oh my god, it's crazy. Like I still
yeah,
bump into people in the mall. I had two people. I one, two, I had three people at our networking event last night. Right, it's pretty fucking awesome. That are in the real estate business now for 10 years plus, and each one of them I bailed out of foreclosure. That's how I met them.
yeah. That'll
And
do it.
yeah, it's. I mean, it just breeds crazy loyalty. It's like you teach enough people how to get what they want, and you can have whatever you want.
What goes around comes around. I mean, so that sounds cliche, but it's the truth, right?
Mm-hmm. So, what else are you struggling with, Tony?
Uh, you know what it is? I think the cold calling aspect, like when I'm cold calling property owners, and sometimes I get stuck. Like, like
And
there's
that's here with Chuck. So let's figure it out.
I'm trying to think of a. So it's like just handling objections, basically.
All right. So give me
With
some objections.
well, one was the I'm not looking to disclose the mortgage information. Um, there was one actually. I remember one. There was a phone call where I called this homeowner. She said,
What'd you
I
call her?
what was that?
I said, what'd you call her?
What did I call her?
Yeah, never mind. Go.
Oh, you're making a joke.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I was asking her what she wanted for her property, and she said make an offer. I said, well, what are you looking for? What are you offering? And that's where I just, you know,
Listen, Tony, it's my goal to give you what you want for your property. I I'm a really smart guy, but I'm not a mind reader. I'm not clairvoyant. I want to give you what you want, but I can't give you what you want if you don't tell me what that is. So please, I don't want to guess. If you give me a number, I promise you I will be 100% honest and tell you if I can give you that or not. But without you being truthful with me, I'm guessing. I'm just throwing darts and trying to see what hits and what doesn't.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's always a woman because they never know what the fuck they want, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad, but it's true. I've been doing
Yeah.
this. November will be start of it's like year number 19 or 20. You know, if you, I know you don't know what you want, but if you did know what you want, what would that number be?
Got it. Got it.
You know, give
Yeah,
me
that
another
makes.
objection.
Trying to think. There's been so many calls, so um. Oh, okay. This was one. There was it was actually recent. So if this doesn't close, what's gonna? Okay, so it was an appointment that I went on,
Mm-hmm.
and we let her know we might have a buyer for it, and she said, well, what happens if you don't get a buyer if by the closing date? And I was stuck.
Okay, well, let's take a step back. Okay, so I called you off of a listings list, right?
Yeah.
And we
Oh,
know.
actually, this was a FSBO lead
Okay.
on Facebook Marketplace that I had found.
Yeah, I don't like to work with anything that doesn't have a deadline. If I like impending doom, okay? This needs to be biblical, right? Heaven or hell. I need to deal with these people in a pre-foreclosure situation. I need to deal with them in a divorce situation, bankruptcy, okay, dying, something crazy. They need to be in a situation where it's if you do nothing, you can lose everything.
Yeah.
However, if you work with me and you're honest, you have a fighting chance. Now you don't look like a quitter from to me,
Yeah.
but you tell me what it is you want to do. And it's really hard to work with people who want to sell. I never work with people who want to sell. I work with people who have to sell. Okay?
Yeah.
Because sooner or later, if you don't know where you are in this foreclosure process, I don't want to get to that period where the sheriff goes, 20 minutes, everything you can carry,
Yeah.
right? And then I actually may still have some of these. On my old phone, I had tons of voicemails of people who didn't listen, crying, going, "Oh my God, I should have listened to the sheriff. I have to spend the night in a homeless shelter." And then I go, I failed that person.
Yeah.
I pray to God that I don't fail you. But God helps those who help themselves, right? And it has to be that polarizing. Impending doom always helps. I mean,
Yeah.
you can work
Makes
with
sense.
jail people too, but give me some more objections.
Off the top of my head, that's pretty much. I mean, some of them are repeated. Like, yeah, basically the ones that I gave you. I mean, the other ones I can't even remember them right now, to be honest.
Okay,
Uh,
do your best. You got me.
let me see. I mean, I guess not looking to sell is an objection, or I don't know, or not interested, or something like that.
Oh, okay. So I did get you off of a list pendant list, and that does mean that you're at least 3 months behind on your payments. So if you're not looking to sell the house, could I possibly help you save it?
Okay.
Okay, and there's many ways you can do that. I'll help them and exhaust all of their options. Sometimes you have to take them through the hoops, through the failure. I just lost a deal that I owned subject to at $365,000 that was worth 750, right? A lot of money. The guy inside the house, I'm just going to mention his name because he's a world class scumbag, James Taylor. I could say I hope he dies, but he's probably killed himself already,
It's fucked.
right? And he would sit there and tell me one thing and then tell his lawyer something else. And then he'd talk shit about his lawyer. So I would literally set up my tripod and record everything for training purposes. And then his lawyer would go, "My client said you forced him to do this, that, and whatever." I'd send him a video of him willingly doing everything, saying, "I hate my lawyer." And he just sniffed lawyer after lawyer after lawyer, thinking he had all the time in the world. And he just got thrown out by the sheriff. It's 12 Pearson Place in Montclair if you want to go see this empty, beautiful dead end house, right? And yeah, I failed him because he was pathological. And you know what? I'm glad he suffered, and I'm glad he walked away with nothing because he lied to me. And I
Yeah.
did nothing but encourage truth.
Nobody likes liars.
No, and they get punished. Part of my job. I
Yeah.
get to hurt, I get to hurt people into making a decision, or they hurt themselves into the loss of their home with no money, and we all live happily ever after. Then I use the videos and recorded calls and voicemails to let the next seller know I I failed him. I was not able to convince him that this situation is bad. But you know what? I can't make it any worse. I can't make you in foreclosure.
Yeah.
Okay, this is as bad as it gets, and it's gonna come to an end. So do you want to just be an ostrich and keep your head in the sand? Or do you want to stand by my side and I'll usually get up and move around the table and sit next to them and fight with me to try to save your ass? Or do you want to give up?
Yeah. Exactly that.
You need to hurt some people. I'm sorry, but you do. And I mean, my partner and best friend will tell you that I hurt him into making a decision. We've now been working together for 18 years. I
Yeah. Wow.
trust him with my life. If I didn't hurt him, that would not have happened. He's a bigger asset to me than any house I have ever acquired. My bookkeeper, I trust with my finances. I bailed out of foreclosure 5 years ago. I made her cry. She to this day thanks me for that. This is the business.
Yeah. It's
Make
a
them
people
see the
business.
yeah, well, make them see the error of their ways.
Makes sense.
Give me some more objections. What else are you struggling with?
I think that's about it, to be honest. Everything else I've come to learn just being in sales generally to be able to handle it, but those are the specific ones.
Okay, just getting this out. Just telling this kid what to do, make an appointment. What else you got for me, Tony? Because we can wrap this early, but blocked off till 8 o'clock for you.
In terms of what I have going on,
Yeah.
um, the only thing else I've done there was another appointment that me and AJ had went on. Lady ended up getting a good offer. I followed up with her. She said it's under contract. I'm gonna follow up with her in the next week or so to make sure it's sold because she said that offer is a 2 week closing. So we'll see. I gotta follow up with her, see if it's actually sold. If it's not sold, then we might be able to get back in there. But other than that, and the appointment that we went on, that's pretty much it. I've just been calling this week. I've been calling, trying to set something up for this weekend. So hopefully, I'll get an appointment this weekend. Just got to keep pushing.
Yeah, hope is not a strategy. Get rid
We
of all
will get
those.
him.
Yeah, we will get an appointment by this weekend. Okay, stakes are high. Absolutely confident. You know, I can remember I used to fucking drive to these houses when I was doing it by myself, and there was nobody in the state of New Jersey or New York to teach me how to do this. Going, I'm gonna buy the house. I'm gonna help this person. I'm gonna buy this house. I'm gonna help this person.
Yeah,
And 45 minutes later, you're not gonna fucking believe what I did.
you bought a house and helped this person.
Brainwash myself into doing it.
Yeah,
Right. So want to get rid of any of that hesitation. You know, I'm not saying a lot of negative self talk, but yeah, I'm here to buy the house. Offer? I'm gonna make a fucking offer. What am I working with a realtor? I am here
yeah,
to buy.
yeah.
No more
Uh,
friends. I am at capacity. I am talking to you because I'd like to fuck.
there you go.
That's how it's got to be, bro.
Yeah, now I'll use that from now on. I'm looking to buy your house. Not none of the make an offer bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, look, I asked them questions to get appointments, and I'm telling you this because I hope it helps you out, right?
Yeah,
What do you owe on the house? What are you asking for the house? What's it worth? With those three things, right? If I can get those three things out of somebody over the phone, and I'm really good at it, I could surgically extract it, right?
yeah,
My next line is always fantastic. If what you told me is true, I believe I can help you out. And the only offer I ever make over the phone is an offer to help. That's it. Do you think you can come in higher? I have another offer. You know what? I think I can, but without seeing the property and actually meeting you face to face, shaking your hand, making sure you're who you say you are, showing me your ID because I've been taken advantage of before. Put it back on them
yeah,
because it'll happen. Somebody will try to sell you a house they don't own, right?
yeah. Makes sense. I mean, it's the truth.
Yeah.
The best thing is always in person. Seeing the property, giving them what they want after seeing the property, meeting them face to face, understanding the full situation.
I mean,
So
again, it's like dating, dude.
yeah,
I'm not looking to have fucking cyber sex.
yeah.
I'm
Nobody
not
is.
looking
I mean, I
for
hope
phone
nobody
sex.
is.
No, I'm looking to fucking lay it down and be the best you had. And if that's not what you're looking for, I ain't your guy.
Yeah, but
So, available next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Are you? Fantastic. Are you the only owner of the property? No? You have a husband? Will he be there too? Because I'm not a big fan of repeating myself, and I'd like to talk to all parties at once. Oh, you're not talking anymore. Okay, I guess I can speak with him separately. Okay. But your goal on the phone is nothing more but to get in front of them. What's this guy got to say here? Watch out the way you talk to yourself because you are listening. That's what somebody commented here. Watch how you talk to yourself because you're always listening. Thank you, Labario. Labario, where the fuck were you last night? You should have been at the cigar thing. We even had a band. It was pretty fucking cool.
I gotta head over to one of those cigar nights.
Well, the next one is I got it. It's gonna be October. It's the second Tuesday of every month. Look, you don't have to come, but if you like cigars, it's a nice environment. It's pretty cool.
I could enjoy
And
cigars. I like them on occasion.
it's kind of all I got left, dude. Coffee and cigars.
What's your favorite cigar brand?
I'm a big fan of these acid cigars. You ever smoke one of them?
Acid. I've heard of them. I have a couple friends who smoke cigars like almost every fucking day. So
So they got these things. It's like their flagship. They call them Cuba Cubas, and they got these green ones in like a Candillo wrapper, and they're not as sweet. Some people make fun of me. They're like, "What are you smoking? Black people cigar?" I like them. I
yeah,
really fucking like them. I think they're awesome. I gave a couple out last night. Everybody's like, "These are amazing," you know. And I got a friend who He's actually a fire captain in Patterson. I helped him out. He's got no living expenses now. He's investing with me. He gives me a box like every quarter. So he's a really great guy.
I really like Padrones.
They're not bad, dude. They're not bad at all.
Padrones and the Cubans, obviously, but who doesn't like the Cubans?
Everybody likes the Cubans, man.
I think I smoked one Cohiba Cuban. It was really fucking good.
It's because there's lithium in the soil in Cuba, and it's uptaken through the plant, and you actually get a little fucking high when you smoke them.
the super nicotine high.
Yeah, I shit you not. What else?
That's pretty much it, man. Just keep pushing. Get as many appointments as possible. It's a numbers game at the end of the day when it comes to appointments, right? And calling.
Yeah, it's in its simplest form. Dating and sales is numbers. As you start to find your sweet spot, as you start to refine your pitch, then you can finesse it. But don't do it too much because you might outsmart yourself. Stick
Yeah.
to the basics. Oh, asking worth. If what you told me is true, I believe I can help you out. Make an appointment. And there's lots of reasons to make the appointment. Well, I'd like to see that. I buy plenty of houses sight unseen, but I got somebody else that looks at them for me. So you might as well go.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, bro. If you got any more questions, any more closing remarks, now would be the time. If you want to say anything so people can contact you, talk to you about stuff, give yourself a plug. We're gonna wrap this up, and I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna spend some time with my loving wife and my son, and doing a little fast, and I'm abstaining from sex till this weekend. So sorry, baby, no dick for you.
Sounds terrible.
I think she'll survive.
I was saying for you.
Oh no, that's fine. I'm doing it by choice.
Oh, okay.
I'm 44. I've gotten laid more than enough in this lifetime. At this
I'm
point,
still
I'm
young, so.
Yeah. How old are you, man?
26.
God damn.
Yeah.
Given
Feel like
everything,
I'm old.
given everything I've done and everything that I have, I think I'm finally at the age where I realize that youth is wealth. And shit, I'd trade places in a heartbeat and just do it all over again because it was fun.
Hell, I'll do anything to go back to fucking 10 years old, bro. You don't even have to tell me twice.
Yeah, or a fifth grade summer. Those last ever. Those are the longest summers. Get your dirt bike. Let's go, bro.
Yeah. You're going out in the backyard playing fucking sports all day.
I got you on Facebook and everything, Tony.
Think so. Maybe not. I have AJ for sure.
Shoot me a request. I'll invite you to a couple things. All right, and definitely give everybody your name on everything. Give yourself a plug, and let's wrap this up. It's definitely been a pleasure. I appreciate talking to you.
I appreciate it too.
Go ahead, man. Take it home.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. If anybody wants to contact me, you contact me on Instagram, antonios.d. That's my Instagram, so that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for having me, and it was a pleasure.
Yeah, not
as always.
Definitely a pleasure. I'm expecting big things from you. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and bye for now.
Have a good one.